Hey there, welcome to the AI Spotlight. I am Regina Andler, and this week I want to talk about a program called Otter.ai. Now, when we talk about some of these AI tools, Otter AI was around before a lot of the AI stuff got really big and heavy, and it's become so much more than it was before. So I wanted to do a little demo for you and show you how I use Otter AI and how you might be able to use it in your business as well. So I'm going to bring up my screen here, and I'm going to actually make my screen on this end just a little bit bigger, if it will. There we go. Just to make it so you can see it just a little bit more. And that's maybe a little bit too much. Let's back off one. My computer was just a little bit slow there, catching up to the size. All right, so this is Otter AI. Now, I brought up one of the meetings that I looked at. I was in this meeting and it was called AI Fluency, and it was by another company. And here's the thing, the best thing about Otter AI is that if you go to a meeting and you are sitting there handwriting your notes out or even typing your notes in, you're missing half of what's going on because your brain doesn't work that way. Your brain can really only focus on one thing at a time. So this whole concept of multitasking, it's a complete misnomer because your brain can only focus 100% on one thing at a time. If you're multitasking, it's not 100%. You've got part of your brain over here, part of your brain over here focusing on two different things. And so neither one is actually getting 100% of your attention. So when you go to a meeting, you can use a tool like Otter AI to keep those notes for you. It can actually you can connect it to your Zoom. I do not have mine connected to Zoom. I'll tell you about more about that in a minute. But you can connect it to your Zoom. So when you go into a Zoom meeting, you can actually record the entire meeting. So if you've ever been in a meeting with somebody where you said, wow, I really wish I recorded that because I totally missed some of this, or I really want to go through this again, this is a great tool for that. Now, it doesn't just pick up your information, and that's the key point that I want to point out here. Now, in this particular meeting, it was called the AI Fluency. It was a Mind Valley, actually, program I was in. And I said, you know what? I want to focus. So I'm going to let this come up and go through some of the information. Now, you see, it's a bunch of notes. However, what I can do is once I'm done over here, I can click on the summary, and all of the key notes are going to be here. There's an outline, there's information, all of the key notes from that meeting were pulled out. That is Otter's AI piece that's pulling out those notes. In addition, over here on the right-hand side, there's the AI chat. And you can go in here and ask Otter's version of AI. It's kind of like a chat GPT. Pulling stuff from that specific meeting, you can go in and check it out over here and ask specific questions. And it's going to prompt you for questions based on what was in that transcript. So there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with the Otter AI. Now, when you go into here, there's it's kind of like a chat GPT. It's Otter AI's version of chat GPT. So you can search for answers, and it's all based on those meetings. So if you're in meeting after meeting after meeting, maybe you're working with your clients and you're on a Zoom call with a client. You want to be 100% present when you're working with them. And you want to make sure you capture everything. So you can use Otter AI to capture the conversation and then come in here and then start using it to help you go through and analyze and pick up things that maybe you missed. Maybe there are some subtleties in that meeting that you didn't really pick up, and you go back through the notes and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I didn't even really catch that. I want to bring that up and make some suggestions there. Because stuff happens, right? our squirrel brains might go into other places and you miss something. So using a tool like this really helps you get a lot of the information and allows you to focus so that you can go in and then take this. And then if you want to, there's just so much more you could do with it. You can You can record a live meeting. You can have a scheduled meeting that records. It will get automatic notes. So if you can't be present for a Zoom meeting, your Otter AI can actually show up for it. How cool is that? If you've ever been in a meeting where somebody's Read AI, Otter AI, Fathom notes all of a sudden showed up, but the person's not actually there, that's their note taker, basically their assistant, their AI assistant going in and taking notes for them so that they didn't miss something when they had to be someplace else. They're really, really cool tools. So one of the things I like about Otter is that it does have this free version, and the free version allows you to record up to 30 minutes of a meeting. So if the meeting's more than 30 minutes, it's only going to capture the first 30. Little side tip, you can always, once you hit that 30 minutes, if you're live in the meeting, as opposed to having a scheduled meeting, if you're live in that meeting, just stop it and open up a new meeting and capture the rest of it. You might miss a couple lines here and there, but you can pull it all together if it's an hour-long meeting. And it's very, very affordable. So the free version, it gives you unlimited meetings up to 300 hours per month, 300 minutes, 300 minutes, 300 monthly minutes. So when you think about that, if you're having a meeting a week, you're going to run out of minutes really quick. So on these other plans, the Pro plan goes up to 1,200. And then the business plan, if you decide something like this is a cool tool for you to capture things, to use and bring in those conversations and be at those meetings where you can't be, so you can capture all that information and get those summaries, right? It's only $20 a month. And that's unlimited meetings, unlimited in-app recordings, custom AI workflows that you can set up to go in and pull things out. And you can import stuff as well. So you can import a transcript from another meeting. So say somebody else had a meeting, you didn't have your Otter AI on, and they actually sent you the transcript. You can pull that into here and it will do all the summaries and take care of everything for you. So it's actually a really affordable assistant to have in your back pocket so that when you're in those meetings, you're not missing a thing. So the really cool things about Otter AI is, number one, you can basically take notes without losing focus. You can save time with these little smart summaries. So if I go back over here and I click on this one again, it'll come up and I can go to that summary. So there's the full transcript, which is basically them talking. If my computer catches up with me here, it's working on it. And then you go over to the summary, which we'll bounce back to now because my computer is not cooperating. And then those summaries are really cool because it also pulls out any action items. And if you have a team, so maybe you have some other VAs or you have employees or other people that you're working with, you can have those transcripts that are out there. They're searchable, they're editable, you can share them, and then make sure everybody is on the same page. And you can even use them for your sales calls. So if you have somebody that maybe you're bringing in and you're delegating out sales calls, and you're not sure, well, how are those sales calls going? Are people actually selling my product the way I want them to? Are they selling it with integrity and the way I want them to do it? Well, you can actually record those calls and use them for coaching your assistants so that you can get better at what you do. You can use them if you're hiring, if you're doing interviews. You can bring up Otter AI to capture those important things. You can integrate the tools like Zoom, Slack, Google Docs will integrate into here. CRM systems like Salesforce, HubSpot, and I believe Go High Level will also connect up to this. And it also supports multiple languages. So if you're at a meeting and you speak English and somebody else speaks Spanish or French or something else, and they don't speak English well, they can speak their language and it will translate it for you. So there's all kinds of great things that you can do with Otter AI. These AI tools that are out here now make your life so much easier, and they make for great assistance. So, I mean, $20 a month for an assistant, way cheaper than a VA to capture all these moments for you and capture the notes and create summaries for you, right? So check out Otter AI. Again, the pricing for Otter AI, start with the free plan. Go out, play with the free plan, see how it works for you. If you think, wow, this is a really cool tool, I want to use it and get deeper with it, that's when you start considering, do I want to go to the pro plan? Do I want to go to the business plan? Which one makes most sense for me? Right now, again, I'm still using the free plan. The free plan has been all that I need because I have other tools that I use in addition to this that keeps all of the information that I need. So that's what I wanted to share with you this week. Otter.ai, OTTER.ai. Really cool tool. If you haven't seen it before, check it out. And if you do check it out, let me know how it works for you. That's what I've got for you this week. We'll see you next time on the AI Spotlight. Bye for now.